Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. 38,000 is the number, surpassing the goal 2 months early. There's a lot to be looked at here, and there's been a few articles out on it over the last day or so, and I'm actually going directly to the source, which is the VA, and pulling it from a press release from them to share with you. So with that, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all of that good stuff. I really appreciate it. If you really want to support the channel for this video or any video, really, is just let it run. You know, if you're tired of hearing my voice, just turn it down and let it run for a minute, and that helps to push this information out to those that may need it. In addition, you can become a member by hitting the join button that's on the home page there of this channel. You'll see kind of a bunch of little circles with people's pictures in them. Those are members, and there should be a join button, and that helps as well, and it helps me to find you in the comments. All right, so jumping back into it here, the headline is VA has housed more than 38,000 homeless veterans in 2023, surpassing the goal 2 months early. So pretty good information here. So I'm going to jump into it, see if there's anything else that we could pull out of it. Today, the Department of Veterans Affairs announced that it has permanently housed 38,847 homeless veterans through October of 2023, surpassing the calendar year goal of 38,000 veterans 2 months early. Now, this article just came out on November 29th. So, yeah, November 29th is when this came out. So moving on. Through October, VA has also engaged with 34,498 unsheltered veterans to connect them with the housing and resources they need, exceeding the department's calendar year goal by 123%. Ensured that 96.2% of veterans housed have remained in housing, exceeding the department's calendar year goal by 1.2%, and ensured that 93.1% of veterans who returned to homelessness have been rehoused or are on a pathway to rehousing, exceeding the department's calendar year goal by 3.1%. Ending veteran homelessness is a top priority for the VA and President Biden, who has made supporting veterans a key pillar of his unity agenda for the nation. In 2022 alone, the VA housed more than 40,000 formerly homeless veterans, prevented more than 17,700 veterans and their families from falling into homelessness, and helped nearly 191,700 additional veterans' families who were experiencing financial difficulties to retain their home or avoid foreclosure. Thanks in part to these efforts, the number of veterans experiencing homelessness has fallen by 11% since 2020 and by more than 55% since 2010. Now, I'll chime in here for a second. I was actually the director of a nonprofit that was serving homeless veterans in a couple very large counties. The total population of not just veterans, the entire county's populations combined were probably about, I don't know, maybe close to 2 million people. So while I was there, I got to see firsthand, and this was about 6, 7, maybe 7 or 8 years ago when I was the director of that nonprofit helping homeless veterans. So there has been a tremendous push to help homeless veterans specifically with specific programs geared toward veterans over the years. So, you know, it's nothing new. That's why it's been 55% since 2010. So it's good to see that the journey is continuing. In addition to things like you have Veterans SSVF, which is Supportive Services for Veterans Families, which is funding to help in those needs of times of homelessness or at risk of becoming homeless. You also have HUD-VASH, which is a voucher program, much like Section 8, where you get basically a subsidy for your housing. So if you're renting, for example, a house or an apartment that accepts HUD-VASH, let's say that your rent payment is whatever. Let's say it's $1,800 a month, but you, on paper, can only afford $800 a month. Then the HUD-VASH would take care of that $1,000 a month difference. So anyway, jumping back into it here, let's see, where did we leave off? More than 38,000 veterans now have the safe, stable homes that they deserve. And there's nothing more important than that, said the VA secretary. While we met our goals for 2023, we're not stopping here. We're going to keep pushing through the end of this calendar year and beyond until every veteran has a safe, stable place to call home in this country they fought to defend. VA's effort to combat veteran homelessness, are grounded in reaching out to homeless veterans, understanding their unique needs, and addressing them. These efforts are built on the evidence-based housing first approach, which that's the same concept that was utilized back when I was working in that world. So, housing first approach, which prioritizes getting a veteran into housing, then providing them with the wraparound support they need to stay housed, including healthcare, job training, legal and education assistance, and more. This initiative is part of the Biden-Harris-based broader efforts to reduce homelessness. So I disagree. Well, I guess I don't fully disagree, but they're making it sound like they invented it. They did not. It's been around for a while, the housing first approach. VA has also made progress in combating veterans' homelessness in the greater Los Angeles area, providing 1,464 homeless veterans with permanent housing thus far this year, which is the most of any city in America and on pace to exceed VA's calendar year goal for 2023. Last year, VA provided 1,301 permanent housing placements to formerly homeless veterans in LA, the most of any city in America. VA staff and its community partners nationwide help veterans to find permanent housing, such as apartments or houses to rent or own, often with subsidies to help make this housing affordable, which is the HUD-VASH that I was talking about. In some cases, VA staff and partners help veterans end their homelessness by reuniting them with family and friends. For more information about VA's comprehensive efforts to end veteran homelessness, visit va.gov/homeless. Then there's another kind of, I guess, a subparagraph here. And I'm going to read this to you as well in the event that you are in need. And again, if you've watched this far, this is helping to push this information into the hands of those that need it. So there may be a homeless veteran that's searching for resources. So the ending kind of subparagraph here is, if you are a veteran who is experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness, call the National Call Center for Homeless Veterans at 877-424-3838. You can also visit the VA Homeless Program's website to learn more about housing initiatives and other programs for veterans exiting homelessness. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.